It's December 21st at the time of recording this video, and you are just 4 days from Christmas. Your outreach campaigns, dead silence. Your content, barely getting seen. Your sales calls, postponed until after the holidays. You tell yourself it's just the season. Everyone is busy. Things will pick back up in January. But here is what you are not admitting. Your funnel was already broken. Christmas just exposed it. I know because I've been there. Last December, I had the same problem. Blamed it on the holidays. Convinced myself January would be different. It wasn't. January was worse. Because when you take 2 weeks off from just fixing your fundamentals, you don't just pause growth. You lose momentum completely. And in 60 weeks of running my agency, I learned that momentum is everything. I'm going to share the exact lessons that took me from a broken funnel and inconsistent results to predictable client acquisition. Not theory, not holiday fluff, the real strategy that works when everyone else is making excuses. Let's be brutally honest about what's happening right now. Your LinkedIn post getting half the engagement they got in November. Your cold emails sitting unread in inboxes. Your sales pipeline filled with let's reconnect in January conversations. And you are thinking this is normal, it's the holidays, everyone is checked out. But here's the truth nobody wants you to hear. If your funnel only works when conditions are perfect, you don't have a funnel. You have a dependency on good luck. I learned this lesson the hard way. Last December, I watched my client call drop from 12 per week to 2 per week. I told myself it was seasonal, that January would bring a flood of motivated buyers ready to invest. January came, the flood never did. Because the B2B founders and agency owners I was targeting, they weren't waiting for January to solve their problems. They were working with the agencies and consultants who stayed visible through December. I lost 3 potential clients in January. Not because they didn't have budget, not because they didn't need help, because they already hired someone else who didn't take December off. That's when it hit me. December isn't a break from marketing. It's a test of your marketing. The agencies and creators who understand this, they grow during December while everyone else disappears. They build relationships while their competitors are ghosting prospects. And when January comes, they have momentum. They have trust. They have deals ready to close. Meanwhile, everyone else is starting from zero. Here's what I discovered when I analyzed my failed December campaigns. The problem wasn't timing. The problem was that I was doing things that only worked when my audience was in buying mode. Let me explain. From January to November, my content strategy was, here's why you need this solution right now. My outreach was, let's hop on a call this week to discuss your growth. My offer was, sign up now and we'll get started immediately. All of that works when someone is actively looking for help, when they are in pain mode, when they are ready to buy. But in December, nobody is in buy mode. They are in survival mode. They are trying to close out the year. They are planning for Q1. They are managing their existing team and clients. So when I showed up with buy my thing right now energy, they ignored me. Not because my offer was bad, because the timing was wrong for that approach. But here is where it gets interesting. While my aggressive outreach died in December, something else happened. I posted a long-form LinkedIn article about the biggest lead generation mistakes I see B2B founders make. Not selling anything, just sharing insights. That post got 3 times the engagement of my November post. I sent a cold email sequence that wasn't about booking calls. It was about sharing a simple framework for fixing broken funnels with a PDF guide, no pitch. I got 47% open rate and reply rate was 7.8%. 3 conversations that turned into January clients. I published a YouTube video breaking down my exact outreach system. Again, no selling, just value. That video is still bringing me inbound leads 6 months later. See the pattern? When I stopped trying to close deals and started building trust, my results exploded. Not in revenue, in relationship capital, in positioning, in authority. And that's what converted when January came. Over the past 6 months, I made 24 YouTube videos teaching B2B growth strategy, but the principles I learned building that channel are the same principles that transformed my agency. Let me break down the ones that matter the most for your funnel right now. YouTube takes time, so does trust. You can't force B2B decision makers to buy on your timeline. A founder researching cold email strategies in December isn't ready to hire you in December. They are gathering information, building awareness, evaluating options. But when they are ready to buy in January, they will remember the person who educated them in December. Failure is the best teacher if you are intentional. I used to send the same cold email template to everyone. Subject line, quick question about company, body, generic pitch with a calendar link. It works sometimes, But I had no idea why it worked. So I started testing with intention. 1 week I tested problem aware subject lines, another week solution aware, then curiosity driven, then authority based. Problem aware won by 40%. Now every email I send uses that framework. Most people remix content blindly. Every B2B agency is posting about 5 ways to scale your outreach or how we helped X company grow by Y%. It's all the same, it's all forgettable. I started analyzing what actually got engagement. I reverse engineered the post that worked. I found patterns. The posts that performed best weren't tips. They were honest breakdowns of what failed and why. Raw stories about real problems. So I stopped posting tips and started posting lessons from my own failures. Engagement tripled, inbound leads doubled. Every piece of content is a lottery ticket. You don't know which LinkedIn post will blow up, which email will land with a BP, which YouTube video will bring you a 50k client. But the more tickets you have, the better your odds. I published consistently through December even though it felt like nobody was paying attention. 3 of those posts are still driving conversations today. Systems remove human error. When I relied on motivation to create content and send outreach, I was inconsistent. Some weeks were great, most weeks were mediocre. Then I built systems. A content system that produces quality posts every time. An outreach system that generates consistent responses. A follow-up system that nurtures relationships automatically. Now I don't need motivation. I have a process that works even when I don't feel like it. Focus on one thing at a time. For 6 months, I tried to do everything. LinkedIn posts, cold emails, YouTube videos, Twitter threads, webinars. I was everywhere and nowhere. Then I got everything except YouTube, LinkedIn and cold email. Focused 100% on these 3 channels. Master them. My results increased 5 times by doing this. Now you might have a question arise in your mind. What to do before January starts? Right? Okay, so you have 1 week until January. Here is exactly what you should do instead of checking out. Day 1 to do audit your funnel. Pull up your analytics. Not to obsess over numbers, to understand what's actually working. Which emails got responses, which posts got engagement, which calls turned into deals. Find the pattern. Double down on what worked, kill what didn't. I spent 2 hours doing this last December. I found that my case study post performed 4 times better than my tip post. So I made more case studies. Simple, effective. Day 3 to 4. Create your January content bank. You know January is going to be busy. Client deliverables, sales calls, onboarding. Create your content now while you have time. Write 4 LinkedIn posts. Record 2 YouTube videos. Draft 3 email sequence. Schedule them. When January hits, you are already showing up consistently while your competitors are scrambling. Day 5. Reach out to your dream 50. Make a list of 50 people you would love to work with. B2B founders, agency owners, decision makers. Send them a message. Not a pitch, a genuine message. Hey, name, I've been following your work on topic. Wanted to share something I think you'd find valuable. Link to your best content. Not pitch, just thought this might help with a specific problem. Happy holidays. That's it. No ask. No call to action, just value and awareness. I did this last December. 8 people responded. 3 became clients. 5 became referral sources. Day 6, fix your broken systems. What fell apart this year? What felt chaotic this year? What almost made you quit? Write it down. Build a system to prevent it. I realized my follow-up sequence was a mess. I was looking leads because I forgot to follow up. So I built an automated nurture sequence that runs without me. Day 7, rest. Seriously, take a day off. Spend time with family. Reset. You can build momentum if you burn out. The goal isn't to grind through the holidays. It's to set yourself up for sustainable growth. But here is what matters more than any tactic or strategy. Your mindset determines everything. Most agency owners and B2B founders treat December like a lost month. They check out mentally. They tell themselves they will restart in January. And then January comes and they are starting from zero again. But the successful ones, they treat December like opportunity season. While everyone else disappears, they show up. While others are going dark, they are building relationships. While competitors are taking breaks, they are creating content. Not because they are workaholics, because they understand momentum. Here's the truth about momentum. It's easier to maintain than to restart. If you have been posting consistently and suddenly stop for 2 weeks, the algorithm forgets you. Your audience forgets you, your prospects forgets you. But if you stay visible, even with lighter content, you maintain that momentum. I learned this by comparing 2 Decembers. December 2023, I posted twice in 4 weeks. I paused outreach. I told myself I would restart in January. January 2024, I spent 6 weeks rebuilding what I lost in 2 weeks off. Then December 2024, I posted 3 times per week. I sent lighter outreach focused on value. I created content consistently. Then in January 2025, I closed 3 deals in the first 2 weeks from relationships I built in December. Same effort, different timing, completely different results. So what happens when you actually do this? When you stay visible through December instead of checking out? First, you have momentum when everyone else is starting from zero. Your email list is warm, your LinkedIn connections remember you, your content is still being seen. While your competitors are sending new year, new you cold emails that get ignored, you are continuing conversations you started in December. Second, you have built trust when others were silent. Think about it from your prospect's perspective. They spent December researching solutions, watching content, reading posts. 2 agencies showed up consistently, yours and one other. Everyone else disappeared. Who do you think they trust more in January? Third, you understand what works before Q1 pressure hits. Because you kept testing and learning through December, you know what is working. You have refined your messaging, you have optimized your outreach. So when January comes and everyone is pushing hard, you are not guessing, you are executing a proven system. Fourth, you have content ready to capitalize on January momentum. January is when most people are most motivated, most ready to invest, most open to change. But if you are scrambling to create content in January, you are missing the window. Because you created content in December, you are ready. You can focus on conversations and closing instead of content creation. Here's what nobody tells you about building a B2B business. The difference between agencies that scale and agencies that struggle isn't strategy. It is not tactics. It is not even skill. It is consistency through the hard seasons. Anyone can post content when engagement is high. Anyone can send outreach when responses are good. Anyone can stay motivated when results are coming. But can you show up when results are slow? When engagement is low? When everyone else is taking breaks? That is the real test. I watched dozens of agencies and consultants come and go over the past few years. The ones who made it weren't the most talented. They weren't the best marketers. They weren't even the best at their service. They were the ones who didn't stop when things got hard. They posted through December when nobody was engaging. They sent outreach when response rates were low. They created content when views were down. And 6 months later, they were running profitable agencies while everyone else was still trying to figure it out. So here is my challenge to you. Don't treat this Christmas week as a vacation from building your business. Treat it as an opportunity to separate yourself from everyone who is checking out. You don't have to work crazy hours. You don't have to sacrifice time with family. You don't have to grind yourself into burnout. You just have to stay visible, stay consistent, keep showing up. Because while your competitors are going dark, you are building trust. While they are pausing, you are creating momentum. While they are waiting for January, you are winning December. Here is exactly what you should do after watching this video. Step 1. Open your calendar right now. Block 2 hours tomorrow to audit your funnel. Find what is working, kill what is not. Step 2. Write down your 50 dream clients. Send each of them a value first message this week. No pitch, just awareness and trust. Step 3. Create your January content bank today. 4 posts, 2 videos, 3 email sequence. Schedule them before Christmas. Step 4. Build one system that is broken. Follow-up automation, content creation process, outreach workflow. Whatever fell apart this year, fix it now. Step 5. Show up consistently next week. Even if it's lighter content, even if engagement is lower, maintain momentum. That's it. 5 actions. Do them before Christmas and you will start January ahead of 90% of your competition. Most agencies treat December like a dead month. That is exactly why it is the best month to build momentum. While they are checking out, you are showing up. While they are going silent, you are staying visible. While they are waiting for January, you are winning December. Your funnel isn't broken because of Christmas. It's exposed by Christmas. And now you know exactly how to fix it. If you found this valuable, I post strategies like this every week. Subscribe so you don't miss them. And if you are serious about fixing your funnel and building predictable client acquisition, check out the link in the description. Apply for one-to-one strategy meeting with our team. If this video made you realize your funnel didn't die in December but much earlier, watch this next video. Social media marketing is broken. It explains exactly why staying visible isn't enough anymore. Instead, what actually turns content into real pipeline. 4 days until Christmas, don't waste them. Use them to build the momentum that will carry you through all of 2026. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year as well in advance. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.